In today's video, I'm gonna share with you 5 home decorating ideas for spring and Easter that are not cheap looking and is going to be perfect for your interior design, so keep watching. Hello everyone, I am Ramon. Welcome back to Ramon at Home. I could not be more excited for you guys to be here today because in today's video, I'm gonna share with you 5 decorating ideas for spring and Easter that are perfect for your interior design this spring season. These ideas are not cheap looking and they're actually very upscale and elegant, and I really think that you will enjoy them. So if you are new to this channel, please consider subscribing. If you are already subscribed, don't forget to turn the notification bell on so you can be notified about every single update, because today we're kicking off our spring season and it's going to be so much fun. Before we get started, I'm gonna take you guys on a little shopping trip to show you some of the items that we're going to need for all of these projects, so keep watching. All right everyone, so I'm heading over to Marshall's. I want to see their selection for spring and Easter. Last year they had some really cute porcelain bunnies that I actually used for the centerpiece, the coffee table, and then also for the lantern. If you guys have not seen those videos, I'm gonna link them down below so you can check them out. They were so much fun, but I want to see what they have different this year and what I can get, so come with me, let's go shopping. Alright, so as you guys can see, they had a great selection of bunnies and Easter and spring items. I cannot wait to get home and show you the ones that we bought and to get started with the project, so come with me. Now I'm gonna show you all of the items that I purchased and that we're going to be using for our spring Easter decor, and I'm also going to explain to you the theme and how you can come up with your own theme and color, so keep watching. Alright everyone, before we start with our DIYs, I want to show you some of the items that I got while I was out purchasing in case that you want to go ahead and replicate some of these looks. And I want to start with this bunny that is going to inspire my whole look for spring and for Easter this year. I absolutely love the Tiffany blue jacket and then the bow tie that it complements. I love this little container right here. We're going to be doing something in here, and I love his little shovel. He came from Marshall's and he was so much fun to get. And then also I got her, which if you guys saw the live that I did with the haul, then you see that I am in love with her little daisy right here. She was only $7.99, and I think I'm gonna put her on a centerpiece for a tablescape. And then as I told you, this inspired the look, so I went ahead and got some Tiffany blue ribbon that we're gonna be using on our swag and our wreath and then on our lantern. And I got some of these pink flowers to go with it, as you guys can see right here. The ribbon has the Tiffany blue and the pink and a little bit of yellow, so it's all telling a story, and it all started because of his little coat. Then I got, well, I have to mention, I got 5 of these stems from the dollar store. These are cherry blossom. They're only $1, so I got a few to make a swag for the lantern and then to put on a wreath. And then I got this at Walmart. I love Walmart's greenery. I think they have the best selection. It's very affordable. This long stem is only about $3, and I have a whole bunch of them, but I got some of these for our lantern as well. And as you guys can see, I went with the Robin's blue or Tiffany blue with the linens as well. This is one of Walmart's table placemats. I'm sorry, it escapes my mind. And then I got some matching towels. I want to tell you, these are actually kitchen towels, but I'm going to use them on the table, and they come in sets of 2s. It has this beautiful stripe, and then it has also this stripe on the back, so I had to get 4 sets to show you guys on the tablescape, but I think I'm gonna give my mom a few of them, and I'm gonna keep a few I also love. And as you guys can see, it just tells a story and it's going to make it look really cohesive. So what do you guys think? Now that you guys have seen all of the items that I purchased in my color scheme and theme, it's now time to get crafting. Keep watching. All right, everyone, so we're gonna start with our bunny that is going to be inside of our lantern. Every season I like to decorate a lantern because I really think that interior design, it's really about the details, and I love to give you guys ideas in the details in your interior design. So we're gonna do a beautiful lantern for my server. And I wanna point out that this is the floral arrangement that we did for our Valentine's lantern. If you guys didn't see the Valentine's lantern, it had a beautiful rose arrangement in here with a beautiful heart. Well, I'm going to do something very simple. I'm gonna just take the foam that I put on my Valentine's, I'm gonna grab one of these dollar store containers that fits just perfectly inside of this bunny. You could also do it in here, but if you wanted to do fresh flowers, all you need is this tiny little container that goes in here. So I recommend to look for one, and look, it's going to fit right in. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy like that, and I'm gonna put that into the bunny. And how cute does that look already? It was super simple. Then what I'm going to do is, I have right here my wire cutters. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna start with a rose right here, and I'm gonna do a really tight pave bouquet of flowers. And I have some of these roses, some of these really, I think this is baby's breath, and then some real touch tulips. Now, what I do want to explain to you guys is you do have to have some kind of accent flower to kind of do like flyaway, so it looks more natural. And because I already spent my money on my bunny, then I'm gonna use all flowers that I already had. They came from various places, but you know, flowers nowadays, you can find them just about anywhere. So I really recommend to go out and buy flowers. I like to get mine from all kind of places like Shinoda, Walmart, even the dollar store. I think these flowers, actually, these particular roses came from the dollar store. So I'm gonna go ahead and insert a rose. I'm gonna go ahead and insert one of these tulips. I'm gonna put one right here in the back. And look how cute is that? And then I like to add an accent flower like this one. What I like about this one is because it already has a little bit of boxwood, which is going to give it a little more greenery. Look at that, how cute is that? So I'm going to flip-flop from rose to tulip, and we're just gonna give him a really cute arrangement. And I really recommend to just cut these ones a little short. If you have a pick machine and if you want it to be permanent because you're selling it, then just go ahead and pick it, use a little bit of glue. But you know, here at Ramon at Home, we're always recycling flowers. I'm gonna add one right here. Look how adorable is that? Are you guys having fun with this spring season? I am having so much fun showing you interior design ideas, decorating ideas, DIYs for your daily home decor, and I'm just having a blast doing this for you, and I really hope that you're enjoying it. All right, so I have a few more that I'm going to add. So I have two tulips right here. The secret here is just to alternate your flowers, basically. I'm gonna add tulips. I'm gonna spin it my way so I can see what I'm doing. See, you put a tulip right there, and then you'll add a rose to fill in. And how sweet! I just love this combination of pink and this Tiffany blue, so that's why I wore a pink shirt and a Tiffany blue jacket today, just to kind of match my home decor. And I'm gonna add a few accents of this dainty flower. How fun was that, you guys? No rhyme or reason, and just go ahead in between the flowers with your accent flower. And look how adorable is this. Look at this bunny just holding this super adorable bouquet of flowers. So the next step is going to be to get the lantern ready, and I'll be right back with you. Keep watching. Before we continue with the lantern, I want to invite you guys to take a second and come join me on my Instagram for daily Insta stories, behind the scenes, and all of the things that you don't get to see here on YouTube. All of my social medias will be linked down below. Let's get back to the video. All right, everyone, so our next project is gonna be so much fun because I'm going to do a beautiful swag that is going to go on top of our lantern. And I'm gonna get started real quick. It's going to be super easy. Now, the number one step, and you guys have clocked me on my last project, is to remove the tags. Sometimes I'm just in such a hurry that I forget to take the tags off, and then you guys clock me on it. Now, the other step that I want you to do next is to grab these branches and just go ahead and twist them, give them a little character, because when they come out of the box, they look like that, but look how much more product you get just by fluffing your stems. So it's not really tedious because it takes literally a second to do it. Just get a little bent. And then also keep in mind that when they are outside, they're growing in the tree, they don't grow all in one way. They are always twisting and turning, and that's what gives the trees a lot of character. So as you guys can see, it doesn't really take a lot of time. And also what it's gonna do is gonna look fuller, so it's gonna give you a lot more room to play. All right, so I have 4 of these beautiful pink blooms. I have one that is going to be my base. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna point down. You guys probably have seen me do this before. And what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go ahead and add this pink one here first. Now remember, this is your core right here. Never let go of your core, and that's where we're gonna bend for our lantern, okay? So, and also your core is where we're gonna tie with a zip tie. So I'm gonna go ahead and add one going up, never letting go of my core. And I want it to be really full on the bottom, so I'm going to attach a few more of this right here, and I'm gonna put one right here on the back, like that. Not so full on the top, but fuller on the bottom. Then I have two hydrangeas that I'm going to attach, one right here. And you can just let your stems hang down. You can cut them if you like. I'll probably cut a few of them, but I do like the character of the stems because they look like floral stems. So I'm gonna add one right here, one going up, one going down. And I have some of these beautiful, beautiful wax flowers from Shinoda Design Center, and I'm just gonna go ahead and add one here on the top, and I'm gonna meet another one right here. And remember, what happens on the left happens on the right. So if you insert a flower right here to your right, then go to the left or opposite. I'm gonna add this wax flower right here. And so basically this is our floral, and it has some of the white on the top, a lot of the white on the bottom, same with the pink, a lot of the pink on the bottom, because this is where it's going to curve. So I'm gonna grab a zip tie, and I'm gonna go ahead and attach my core right here. If you are a crafter or a DIYer, or if you are into interior design and decor, really do get yourself the biggest bag of zip ties, because especially during the holidays, you're really gonna need them. And just pull really tight, and with my wire cutters, I am going to cut this right here. And I'm gonna put this aside. I'm gonna get my ribbons ready to make a beautiful bow, and I'll be right back with you. So I'm going to start with the Tiffany blue, and I'm gonna give it a smaller tail. I want it to be probably about 1 foot long, and remember, you only get about 3 yards, I believe. So I'm gonna make a smaller bow. I really want the flowers to be the focal point, and oh my gosh, look how gorgeous this ribbon is. I absolutely love this color. It is one of my favorite blues. If you guys know me, you know that I love blue and white, but this Tiffany blue is just absolutely exquisite looking. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna do a 4. I'm gonna do 5. About the same, and I'm gonna leave this as my other tail. And actually, I'm gonna come in with this plaid, and I'm gonna do a longer tail just like that one. And I'm gonna introduce this ribbon right here. If you guys want more details on how to make a bow, I do have a video on how to make 3 types of bows. The music is really loud. I'm gonna link it up right now, right here, and also in the description box below, but it really is jam-packed with information. That was one of my first videos that I did, and the music is extremely loud, so I really apologize, but once again, you do get to learn how to make 3 types of bows. All right, so I have 2. I think I'm gonna do a 3rd one. I'm only gonna do 3 loops of this, because I want it to just be an accent and to bring in the flowers. And I'm gonna cut right here. You know what? I'm gonna do one more because the ribbon's almost done. So I leave it up to you if you wanna continue to do loops and tails, but look how beautiful this is going to look. Yeah, and I'm gonna leave this long tail. That's gonna be the longest tail. Then I'm gonna grab one of these pipe cleaners. That's another thing that you guys, I talked to you on my haul on the live, you know, I really do recommend to save yourself some money on these inexpensive ribbons for every season, whether it's Valentine's, Easter, Mardi Gras, whatever other celebrations. Just go ahead and invest in the good ribbons for the holiday season. I do think the fall and Christmas are the holidays that we keep up the most, so therefore I like to invest a little bit more on those. And then for holidays like this, because this and Valentine's and Mardi Gras are things that are just up for a few days, so why spend a whole bunch of money when you can save that money to invest it for Christmas? Right, so now I'm gonna bring my swag, and look how gorgeous this is going to be. So pretty. Right, so now I'm gonna tie it together. I get so excited. I know it's ridiculous, but I just love it. All right, so I'm gonna tie very tight right here. Now, before I install this on the lantern and show you what it looks like, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna tie these 2 right here and make a little loop. And I'm gonna put this on the door because this could also be for your door. So I'm gonna show you what it looks like on the door. I'm gonna dovetail it, put it on the door and show you what it looks like. Then we're gonna put it on the lantern, put it all together. Keep watching. I will always encourage you guys to create double duty DIYs for your interior design. It is a way to save money. This swag looks absolutely gorgeous in the door, but it's going to look just as beautiful on top of the lantern. Do you want to see? Let me show you. All right, so now that you guys seen what that looks like on the door, I want to show you the lantern all put together. And to do that, I'm gonna go ahead and open this bag of moss that I got from Walmart. And I think Walmart really does have the best selection of moss, and then also the least expensive for the price. So what I've done is I went ahead and put this little stand right here. And what I'm going to do is cover it with this moss. Sorry if I disappear. I'm gonna give you my bag so I can go ahead and put all this moss. So what I want to do is try to cover this stand right here. And just go ahead and rip this moss. It kind of makes a mess, but it's so worth it. All right, I think that's all we need. Then what we do is we go in here and then we just place it. Try and cover this guy as much as we can with this moss, like that. Perfect. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and add my bunny inside, facing the corner like that. I'm gonna put it like this. How cute! And I'm gonna close my door. Then I'm gonna grab my swag that we put on the door and I'm gonna give it, I went ahead and attach another pipe cleaner to make it longer to go around the top. And I'm gonna grab it right here and I'm gonna give it a bend like this. Grab my pipe cleaner and I'm gonna go around the top. Just go ahead and attach this guy right here. Wasn't that lantern and swag just so much fun to do? And what about the little bunny inside of it? I had so much fun, but our next project is going to be a matching centerpiece for our tablescape, so keep watching. All right, everyone, the materials we're gonna use for this spring Easter centerpiece is going to be 2 blocks of foam from the dollar store, as well as this tray from the dollar store. Now, as I always told you before, mechanics from the dollar store are the least expensive way to get your projects done. I'm also going to need my hot glue gun. I'm gonna use my wire cutters. I'm gonna use some of these dollar store Easter eggs, and I have about 6 of them. I also always tell you to keep these stems from your florals. When you cut your florals from it, I'm gonna use about 6 of them. I'm going to use a variety of greenery to green our centerpiece. I'm gonna use a variety of peach and pink flowers, as well as a variety of whites and cream flowers. That's gonna be our florals. I'm gonna use a candle that is remote operated. He came from Amazon. I really recommend that if you don't have one, go ahead and get yourself one. They're very convenient. Then also I'm gonna use a hurricane that I found actually at a thrift store a few years ago. And to finish it all off, I have my bag of moss that I already show you guys with a lantern that I'm gonna go ahead and choose to cover all of the mechanics. All right, let me get all situated and let's get started. Now that we know all the materials we're gonna be needing for this gorgeous centerpiece, it's time to get crafting. All right, everyone, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna go ahead and glue my blocks of foam. So you guys have seen me do this before in past centerpieces, so I like to be very generous with the glue and go ahead and put this down as close as you can to the edge in the center of your tray. We're gonna do the same one. Now, if you've been watching this channel, you know that I like to keep the foam inside of the little package, because that way when you poke on it, when it comes crumbling down, when it's inevitable that it's gonna crumble coming down, you can keep it all in the package together, right? Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place my candle in the middle and I'm gonna put my hurricane right here, and then I'm gonna press down really firmly to mark a circle on my foam, so that way I know that the candle and the hurricane are gonna be there and I'm not gonna cover it with all of the greenery. All right, so I'm gonna put this to the side. Then I'm gonna bring my moss and I'm gonna use a little bit of this green moss to cover these mechanics. We're gonna put some greenery in it, so you don't wanna be as generous as we were with the lantern, but you still want some of this in case that you were to pick through it, then it'll be all concealed. I think that will be plenty. All right, so then I'm gonna go ahead and cover this like this. And it's fine if it spills forward like this because it looks more organic. It looks more intentional. All right, so then what I want to do is I'm gonna start with my foliage. And I'm gonna start right here. And what I like about this foliage is because when you insert through the moss, it'll help it contain it. Remember, what happens on the right happens on the left. And I'm gonna start on the corners right here. So I'm gonna do right, left. Then I'm gonna start doing the corners like this, because that's what's gonna give us the width. Now I do recommend, if you don't have a Lazy Susan, and if you are a crafter, if you are a centerpiece maker like I am, I love making centerpieces for every season, I recommend to get one. And remember, what goes up must come down. I'm gonna go ahead and put another one right here. And when you are inserting your foliages, I really recommend to give them a twist. And I'll show you what I mean. Instead of putting it flat like this, just give it a little bit of a spin like this, because it gives it a little bit more character. So I have one on my left, one on my right. I'm gonna repeat over here, giving it a little twist like this. That's gonna give it a little bit of height. So I'm gonna go like this. That's all we're gonna use for this. Now I'm gonna make sure that my hurricane still sits flat. Perfect. That's all the palm I'm gonna use. And this palm came from Hobby Lobby. And this eucalyptus that I'm going to add came from Walmart. If you guys know me, you know that I like to add all kinds of varieties of greeneries, because the more greenery you add to your centerpiece or your floral arrangement, the more natural it will look. Because when we do fresh flowers, that's what we do. We just try to mix as many greeneries because it looks more botanically correct. So that's what we're gonna do with all of these faux ones. All right, so I have one on my left, one on my right. I'm gonna go ahead and add this one right here in the top, just for a little bit more of height. And I think I'm gonna put it right here. Perfect. All right, so this is the greenery, and as you guys can see, it's very well balanced. It's all about the balance of the greenery. So what I'm going to do next is I'm gonna bring my flowers and I'll get started. Before I get going with the flowers, I wanna show you what we're gonna be doing with these little stems. Now this is the stem of a dollar store bouquet of flowers. So what we're going to do is we're gonna do a little pick like this. So basically we just separate the stems and we are going to go ahead and smear some hot glue on them like this, and just be generous here. Swirl it around if you must, like this. Let it just go all over the place. Then what we're going to do is we're gonna insert one of these Easter eggs. And so we basically just made a pick to insert our floral bouquet. So I'm gonna go ahead and do another one. I'm gonna put that one down. It's super simple. All you have to do is separate the stems from this. You give them a little bend to create a hook. It almost looks like one of those things that you scratch your head with, like this. And then you add some glue to it very generously and swirl it around like this and insert your egg, and that will give you an egg pick. So I'm gonna use 6. You know I like to work with sets of 3s, 2s, and 1s. All right, so now that our egg picks are done, I'm gonna start with our florals, and I'm gonna start with these peach peonies. They came from Walmart, and I'm gonna put one right here. And then remember, what happens on the left must happen on the right. So just go ahead and pinch them like this, swirl it around, and I'm gonna repeat one more right here. Now also, you know that I like to work with sets of 3s, 2s, and 1s. So I'm gonna do 3 of them over on this side, like that. Then I'm gonna do a set of 2 with him right here. And I'm just gonna leave one on this side, but I'm gonna add one more over here down on the bottom. So that way that flower is all throughout the centerpiece, as you guys can see, but there's sets of 2s, 3s, and 1s, and that gives a balance to your floral design. All right, so now I'm gonna move on to some of these cream roses that I have, and I'm gonna get them all out. If you guys been following this channel, you know that I like to work with all the same flower at the same time. So I'm gonna start up here. I'm gonna do 1 up. What goes up must come down. And that's our set of 2. I'm gonna swirl around over to this side, and I'm gonna do a set of 3. So I'm gonna do 1 up here, give it a little bend. I'm gonna go do 1 right here, like this, and then I'm gonna add a 3rd one right here. So that gives us a set of 3, 2. Then I'm gonna add 1 over here by itself. And make sure that you insert all the way down. And I love the sound of foam. All right, so I'm gonna put one up here on the top, and I have a few more peonies that I'm just gonna go ahead and add to my centerpiece. Where's my wire cutters? Thumbs up if you guys are enjoying this series. I cannot wait for you guys to see the rest of the spring Easter series. I'm coming up with some ideas to help you design something for your home and make beautiful things. All right, so then I'm gonna add some of these pink flowers. I'm gonna add one right here. And I'm gonna, what goes down must come up. Always remember that. Those are rules that I came up with. So when I was learning how to do florals, you know, you just have to come up with your own rules so that way you remember when you're doing florals. All right, I'm gonna insert one right here. At this point, these are just little filler flowers. And that one right here, and I'm gonna do a set of 2 with him right here. How cute is that? I'm gonna bring him up, bring the color up. I'm gonna go ahead and do it opposite, like that. And I have one more, but I think I'm gonna save it till the end. I don't want him right now. Right, then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some of this beautiful white lilac that also came from Walmart. And this is gonna be kind of like our flyaway, so they really have to stick out further out, as you can see. So I'm gonna do what goes here. Actually, I'm gonna put this one up because it's longer. Sometimes you need the longer ones up on the top so they fly further. Then I'm gonna go ahead and do one here in the bottom. So what goes up must come down, like that. Then you're gonna twist it a little bit. Then you're gonna repeat one up, one down. And you wanna do this all throughout your centerpiece. So that way, it's all cohesive all the way around. One up, one down. I'm gonna continue to twist. One up, like this, and one down. This lilac, it's so pretty, and it comes in white and also in a lavender lilac, obviously, color. And I just love the white because it gives your floral arrangements like this daintiness to it. And as you guys can see, that was super easy. Just go all the way around, adding this lilac. I'm gonna grab this rose, and I can see a hole right here. So I'm gonna cut it a little shorter. And that's why you always want to save some of your flowers towards the end, because you might be able to see a spot where you need. I'm gonna add a lilac right here in the middle as well. Let me see, step away from it. That is really good. All right, so the next step is going to be to add our Easter egg picks, and I'm just gonna go ahead and add, remember to work in sets of 2s, 3s, and 1s. So I'm gonna do 2 right here. Just gonna poke out. I'm gonna go ahead and do a set of 3 here. 1, 2, and you wanna put them close together, because when you put them close together, you create a cluster, as you can see right here, and it's more visible. So I'm gonna add this last one right here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna bring my candle. Where is my candle? We're gonna put it right here in the center. I'm gonna put this hurricane on top of it, like this, and I'm gonna trim my candle. And that's how easy it is to create an Easter spring centerpiece. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on my table, show you how I set the table, so stay tuned. Before I show you what the centerpiece looks like on my table, I wanna show you how I set a table and the linens that I'm going to use for this beautiful Easter tablescape. So for this table setting, I wanted to show you that I got these placemats at Walmart, and I'm gonna put them on the horizontal. Then on top of that, I'm going to add this wicker charger, because I really love the texture of wicker for this particular holiday, which is Easter, and also for spring. Then I have a collection of plates. They are white with a gold rim that I use for special occasions. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this white plate. Now I did get at Walmart also this set of napkins, and these are kitchen towels actually, but I'm gonna use it as a napkin on my placemat. And I just love the color. It's that Tiffany blue, and it has an accent of another like Robin's eggs blue, and I just absolutely love it. Then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna add these dishes that actually were the china when I was a child. My mother split it in sets of 4s and gave every of her child a set of 4. So I like to use it because it's something special. Plus it has that pink and blue that we're going for. Then on top of that, I'm gonna add this cute little plate that is the set of the gold rim plate. And I just thought to add something cute to the placemat, I'm gonna add this tiny little bowl with a little bit of grass and an Easter egg and a complementary color, which is the pink that we're using just for a little touch of Easter. Now for my stemware, I'm gonna go ahead and use a pink water goblet, and I'm gonna use a blue, really pretty blue wine glass, maybe a mimosa glass. And for my flatware, I'm going to go ahead and use this beautiful gold that I've collected through the years. And remember that fork has 4 letters like the word left, so we're gonna put our fork on the left, and spoon and knife have 5 letters like the word right. And always remember to put your knife facing towards the setting, that way it's not on people's way. All right, so that's what our table looks like. I'm gonna go ahead and bring the centerpiece and show you the end result. So what do you guys think? Do you have fun watching all of these DIYs for spring and Easter? I cannot wait to read your comments. So let me comment down below and let me know which of all of these DIYs was your favorite. And then also want to know what is your color and your theme for this spring and Easter season. If you enjoyed this video, I really recommend to watch this centerpiece DIY. And I cannot wait for you guys to come back next Sunday for more decorating ideas. Follow me on my social media and the links are going to be down below. Until next Sunday, bye.